Family is a strong support system regardless of the financial circumstances, and the Iverson family has shown that. Let's take a look at how this legend's family helped him grow, starting with his father.
Let's make this noise and get this party jumping.
Allen Iverson never had a relationship with his father, Alan Broughton. They were never in contact much. Instead, family friend Michael Freeman raised Allen and taught him how to play basketball. Freeman eventually moved in with the family when Allen was a young child. In 1996, Broughton stabbed his ex-girlfriend, ending their turbulent 10-year relationship just after she moved out of their Hartford home. He was sentenced to 7 years in jail. However, the two ex-combatants reconciled despite Broughton's sentence for stabbing Crystal R. Owens twice in the left arm and 4 times in the stomach. To demonstrate their desire for reconciliation, they both appeared in front of a judge in Middletown Superior Court. Following considerable interrogation, the court agreed to change the conditions of Broughton's probation, enabling him to have unrestricted contact with Owens once he was released from jail. However, the judge did not alter Broughton's prison term in any way. He was found guilty in 1998 and sentenced to that 7-year prison term and a 5-year probationary period. According to the Alford Doctrine, he entered a plea of guilty to first-degree assault, which means he didn't acknowledge guilt, but he did agree that there was sufficient evidence to convict him. Owens eventually had a child with Broughton, and she visited him in prison in Enfield following his conviction in the stabbing case. Although there hasn't been any connection or mention of his relationship with Allen's mom, Ann Iverson, we are certain he is Allen's father. It is incredibly remarkable to see how far Allen Iverson went from Newport News, Virginia, where he began his NBA career, to being arguably the most recognizable superstar of the 2000s. He's a recognized legend who dominated the game at just 6 foot tall, earning many scoring titles and a league MVP. There are many reasons why he is where he is today. His relentless work ethic and commitment to always improving his abilities are to be credited for his achievements. However, Allen Iverson has often emphasized that his mother, Ann Iverson, was the inspiration and driving force behind his ultimate entry into the major leagues. So, this determination didn't just happen. Raising Allen along with 2 other kids was no easy task to ask of anyone, let alone a 15-year-old. However, looking back at raising her 3 children, Ann recounts only the good memories. Any person finds training for the NBA to be extremely taxing, but someone of Allen's stature trying to compete in the physically demanding 90s and 2000s basketball was particularly difficult. The Hall of Fame guard once alleged that his mother would constantly motivate him, sometimes even whoop his ass. Allen once stated that his mom was somebody he believed in. For her to have told him that he could be an NBA basketball player or an NFL football player, he had no choice but to believe it, if not for anything, just because she told him. Ann Iverson's parenting was clearly successful as Allen enjoyed a fantastic career in the NBA, a career that culminated in him getting inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2016, a moment that was both surreal and emotional for Ann. Ann moved in with Michael Freeman, a worker at the Newport News shipyard and dry dock company, when Allen was still a young child. Later, he and Ann had 2 kids together. Ann worked as a welder at the shipyard, a secretary at Langley Air Force Base, an Avon fashion assembly line, and for Amway at a convenience shop in order to make ends meet. They went around Hampton and Newport News, Virginia, from one impoverished community to the next. Allen and his 2 half-sisters lived with his mother in a Hampton neighborhood marked by extreme poverty. The family would go without heat, lights, and water when his mother was unable to pay the bills. The house was plagued by a foul odor caused by a damaged sewer line underneath it, and occasionally water would pour onto the floor. Allen maintained just enough composure to be allowed to play sports despite having a terrible attendance record, frequent fights with teachers, and experiencing difficulties at home. His first love was football. He went by the nickname Bubba Chuck among his friends and led the Bethel High School football team to the state class AAA championship in 1992 while playing quarterback. Allen eventually agreed to play basketball only after his mother persuaded him to do so, and the sport quickly took the place of football as his favorite sport. Allen began dating his high school teammate Tawana Turner when they were only 16, and he married her at the mansion on Main Street in Voorhees, New Jersey. You probably know about Allen's infamous divorce from his wife Tawana Turner, one of the nasty divorces back in the day that got the media's attention. Allen and Tawana met each other for the first time while they were attending high school on Virginia's Hampton Road. After their first meeting, they began hanging out quite often. Right after a few meetings, they started dating each other. The two had remarkably dissimilar passions. Allen was a basketball and football prodigy and was thought of as a bad boy, while Tawana was the stereotypical good girl who served in leadership positions in her student government. Despite having quite different personalities, they did click right away. In their late teens, when they had their first child, she persevered through a prison sentence that almost robbed Allen of his future. When the Philadelphia 76ers selected Allen, Tawana was also at his side. After a decade of dating and 2 children, Allen and Tawana eventually got married at a mansion in Voorhees, New Jersey in 2001. Sadly, there were signs of trouble early on. Police said Allen forced his wife out of their house following a fight when she was not wearing any clothes just 1 year into their marriage. She was supposedly located at a relative's house after he sought her down. According to reports, he entered her relative's house, stumbling around with a concealed revolver. The case was dropped because the gun accusations were never established. Allen insisted that nothing had ever happened and that the incident was just a routine domestic disagreement that had gotten out of hand. Throughout their marriage, Allen was also accused of adultery. In her book, It's No Secret, Carmen Bryant, the baby mama of rapper Nas, discussed their supposed affair. Tawana tried to divorce Allen twice. The first time was in 2009. However, according to reports, Allen begged her to withdraw the filing. She did, but she filed again for divorce within months. It was a difficult divorce. Allen, who eventually admitted it, was accused of excessive drinking, excessive gambling, and burning through his NBA riches. Tawana also revealed that she had to sell priceless possessions of theirs in order to cover the cost of their kids' schooling. She also claimed that Allen stopped sending in child support payments, and she accused him of being a serial cheater. Complex magazine reported that she once asked for a list of all the women he had affairs with while they were married, along with their phone numbers. Meanwhile, Allen Iverson attributed his marital and family problems to the fast-paced NBA lifestyle. "You are aware of this way of life," he said. "You never come home. You never have the opportunity to be a 24/7 father." End quote. Tawana received a $3 million settlement when the divorce was finally finalized in 2013. However, according to Allen, despite being divorced legally, they did get back together practically almost right away. The pair concentrated on reuniting and rebuilding after their reconciliation. Since Allen finished playing basketball, they have mostly resided in North Carolina and Georgia, and Allen claims that this has helped him become much more settled. And despite their differences, Allen has also never hid his feelings for Tawana. During his 2016 Hall of Fame induction speech, he praised Tawana in tears. The couple had 5 kids together: Tiara, Isaiah, Allen II, Messiah Lauren, and Dream Aliyah. Tiara Iverson is a well-known young Instagram celebrity who was born in the United States on December 15, 1995. She has over 72,000 followers on Instagram, and she has also started a YouTube account in April 2016 where she uploads tutorials, product reviews, and other information. Isaiah Rashawn Iverson was born on August 8, 2003. Allen has a special connection to the middle name Rashawn. He is very protective of the people he loves. One of them was his childhood friend Rashawn. Rashawn tragically lost his life in a shooting incident in Hampton, Virginia, but as a memorial to him, Allen got his name tattooed on his neck in honor of him, and he also gave his youngest son the name Rashawn. Being a teenager with fame, Isaiah Rashawn Iverson prefers to lead a secluded life. He doesn't appear as much in the media spotlight, just like his mother. Messiah was born on August 16, 2005. 5 years later, while playing for the Philadelphia 76ers, Allen took a break from the game to care for his 4-year-old daughter, Messiah, who was diagnosed with an undisclosed disease and required many weeks in the hospital. She did eventually recover, but not much else is known about her as she likes to lead a private life. Dream is the youngest child of Alan and Tawana. She was born on October 7, 2008, and she has a close bond with her father and siblings. Enjoyed this family video? Then check out our other video on the family of famous basketball stars.